bass players, welcome back. This is episode 3 of the catch-up course for double bass. We are going to start with a C major scale and review that a little bit. And then we are going to switch gears and go to Finale, the song that we play with my Cincinnati Orchestra. And we're going to go section by section and kind of work those out a little bit. And get you ready to play it all the way through so that you can go to the staff play along on our YouTube and play along with the full ensemble. So pull up for me the PDF that says C major on it and take a look at that. So C major, how many sharps and flats does C major have? Think about that for a second. If you guessed 0, you are correct. C major has no sharps, no flats. Every note is the natural note, right? So that's super easy. What's tricky about this scale is that we have one shift, right? So we haven't really shifted in our other scales yet. So the shift comes at the very top when we play A, B, and C. But let's start with just the first 4 notes for me. So if you have tapes on your bass, your first tape, if you put your first finger on the first tape on your A string, you will get B, right? First finger on your first tape on the A string is B. So when you put your second finger down, what note do you land on? C. So that's where we're going to start this scale. Second finger on the A string in first position. Should sound like this. So after C, after we find our starting note, we know we have to play a D natural, which we can play open string. Let's play first finger without shifting. First finger on E. Second finger on F. So let's just do those 4 notes together. So I'm going to play. Play that with me. We'll do it a little slower. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, so after our F, we go to G, right? So we can play open G. Then first finger on A. And this is where our shift comes in. So after first finger on A, you're going to slide up to put your second finger on B natural. So we're moving up a whole step, right? So if you were going to play B, you'd naturally feel like you want to land your 4th finger there. But so that we can hit that C very easily, see how easy it was for me to find my C when my B set me up for it? So play for me G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G. So it'll sound like this. But we'll play it a little slower, okay? So 1, 2, ready, go. Shift. Shift. All right, beautiful job. I think you're ready for the whole scale. So we're going to start with half notes. Remember, we do not double the top note. When you get to the top, just come right back down. And when you get back to the bottom, we go right into our next set of rhythms. So starting on half notes, when we get back, we're going to start quarter notes. All right, so let's get started with half notes. 1, 2, ready, go. Play with me. Full bows all the way, frog to tip. Did you get that shift? Shift. Quarter notes. Good job, very nice. We are gonna move on to finale. So pull up the PDF that says finale. This is by Dvorak, but arranged by our very own Laura Jekyll. So we're going to take this section by section and break it down. First, count with me. Let's see if you remember the rhythm to the first 4 bars. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, first 4 bars. So I'm going to count, I'm going to clap, and then try to sing it along with me. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Ba-dum, 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 bum, 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 bum. Right, so that's the first 4 bars. We're starting on a B on the A string, so that first finger on your A string on your first tape. And let's play the first 2 bars together. 1, 2, ready, go. That's it. So, do you remember how the next 2 bars go? A little bit the same notes, but a faster rhythm, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, we do these little crescendos with these, right? So really lean into it as you're playing it. So, and then look at measure 4 itself. Some fast notes, but they repeat, so it's not too bad, right? So let's play those first 4 bars together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. All right. This next part is pretty easy. What you just got to make sure you get right is the counting. So we've got 3 beats of rest in the first measure, 3 beats of rest in the second measure, and then we've got like alternating beats of rest after that. So play along with me. Measures 5 through 12. Okay, we're going to go all the way to 12. We'll take it slow. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. Good job. Feel free to rewind that if you didn't get that all right. And now we are starting at measure 13. So right here we do have to do a little bit of shifting. So this is only shifting for this bar, but you're going to keep your 4th finger on that B because that's where we're already set up. We end on first finger on the E, right? So we're already set up to play the next note with our 4th finger. So play B on 4 for me. Then we're going to play 1, 4 for C and D. 1, 4. And then back to 1. 1, 4. So play those 2 bars with me real slow. 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 4, 1. Let's keep going. 2, 3, 4. That little F sharp, A, and B can be kind of tricky because you're doing string crossings, right? So we're going to play that measure just on repeat when we'll start real slow. So let's play that just real slow one time together. And that is measure 17, 16, measure 15. Okay, so find measure 15. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's play that 3 times repeated. So when we play that first measure again, it'll reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, and then we do kind of the same thing as those measures before, but let's do it together one more time, just to get it in our brains. I'm going to play the pickup as well, so I'll count 3 beats, and then I'll come in on the pickup to measure 17. So that pickup is on the line before. So count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's play that whole thing together one more time. So from measure 13. This is the trickiest part of the whole song, okay? We'll play it slow. 1, 2, measure 13. Alright, and then you know this part, right? Here, I'll play you what it sounds like. So you can read these notes for yourself, but the tricky part here comes in measure, is that 23? Yep, measure 23. It kind of does that same thing that we did back in measure 15 where we played, except we're playing it an octave down. Well, not quite an octave, but. So let's play measure 23 on a loop. So we've got E, right? Then D, then B, then D, back to E. So we're going to play that on a loop 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Alright, and then we're at measure 24. Take a look for me at measure 27. What's weird about this measure? You see any kind of different symbols that we're not used to? So in beat 2 of measure 27, we have a triplet. So try for me, I'm going to count 4 beats and try to see if you can determine what triplets within this would sound like. So, triplets within that would sound like triplet, 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 right? So, I'm going to count 4 beats, and then let's play 4 beats of triplets on our G string, open G string. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I'll count 4 beats and then play with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So let's go back to measure 24 and play to measure 28. We'll play 24 through 28 and try to get those triplets and measure 27, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. So there's one more kind of funky spot, and that is measured 30, 31, 33, I believe, the second to last measure. What's weird about this measure? What's some different symbols or anything like that? So we've got a tremolo in this measure, right? So I always like to put my tremolos kind of closer to the tip on my bow, and especially this one because our very last note is an up bow. So we don't want to be stuck down at the frog doing a tremolo and then have to do an up bow, right? That would look like, and that's a little awkward. It's a little bit better if I'm already down here and I'm tremoling, right? A little bit easier. So practice that for me once. So do a big tremolo at the frog for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, try that for me really quick. So let's play together the very last line. So we're going to start at measure 29 and play to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. Okay, we're going to go through and play this whole thing together. And then when you're done with that, I will show you how to go on the My Cincinnati YouTube page and play with the staff recordings. Actually, I believe it's on the remote classroom page as well. So we'll take a look at that together. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to post a link. I'll put a link to those videos in the description of this video. And so once you're done with this video, go to those videos and play along with the whole staff ensemble, right? So we're going to start at the top and play together, and we'll go pretty slow. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome, good job. You played through the whole thing with me. If you need more practice with that, rewind this video and play along again. And then go click on those videos and play along with the entire staff. Bye, good job. See you next week.